Gippsland Sail is the perfect place to begin a boating journey to explore the vast Gippsland lakes and beyond. Take time out to relax at the cafes and restaurants in the Port of Sail precinct, or hit the boardwalks and explore the wetlands. Today we're in Sail for a criterium, 30 laps of a 1.2k circuit, and then this afternoon we've got a road stage from Sail to Port Albert, 125.9 kilometres, and I tell you what, this afternoon is the hill climb that goes for 7.5k's. The last 300 metres, it's a real pinch.
It's a perfect time to put the heat on a Avanti and budget because we've got 4 sprinters here, and I think they've got a little bit less than that, but you know, we will take our opportunities where we can.
Look, a lot of things can happen today. It could become a dead rubber because there's no bonus seconds for these sprints. That would mean Avanti and Budget might just try to control it till this afternoon, but it gives a chance for one of the other teams who's got a rider high up in GC to take it out in a breakaway and pick up 6-second bonuses.
It's a very short crit, so you know, maybe 40-45 minutes of racing, so it's going to be 45 minutes on the complete red line, so it's going to be hard.
Yeah, well, I saw there was a bit of low on the pace, and Avanti were pretty keen to just see what was going to happen, so I thought I'd just whack them, and didn't expect to get away that easily, you know, but it was good, so kind of stretched the legs out, and yeah, I was lucky to have Raf. I mean, he's a really strong rider, so I couldn't ask for much more of a breakaway partner, to be honest.
That gap blew out so quickly. It got to 40 seconds, I think, and there was panic in the bunch. It was Avanti chasing to save their yellow, and we were kind of sitting there going, they've committed, they've got to chase now, so we'll just leave it.
I heard over the loudspeaker the gap got to about 40 seconds, and I was thinking, God, you know, we might actually have, you know, a bit of a run at the finish here.
The strength of the 8-man team makes it really hard for a 2-man break to get away, so we were confident that we would bring it back, but it's cycling, it's a guessing game.
They're probably happy for us to waste our legs, essentially.
Well, I think it was 6 or 7 laps to go. We told Josh Preddy to get on the front with the Avanti boys because it was taking a while to come down. Once the pace comes up to 60k an hour in the last few laps, the gap comes down so quick, and I think it was 4 to go. We took the front as a team.
We still had a bit of a time gap the last 2 laps, and you know, I started trying to lift the pace, and so was Raf. Raf was doing a great job, and then when I took my last turn with a lap and a half to go, Raf just hit me. I mean, it's a smart move to do, and I just didn't have the legs after my turn to follow him. And he was just about to go away for glory, but obviously he got sucked up as well, which is a bit of a shame.
Going into the corner, we had Dan Barry on the front, Michael Freeberg on his wheel, me on Michael's wheel, and Scotty Law. I saw a dive bomb coming into the corner and got onto my wheel. So I knew it was just going to be a mad sprint, and it looks like Edmo just really flew through because I couldn't see him going into the corner, so it's a good race.
A long run into the finishing line, but Kerrison held on to beat the very fast finishing Alec Edmondson and Brenton Jones, 11 podiums in a row.
It's the first time I've ever got 2 in a row, so that's good for the confidence.
Jesse Kerrison leads by 4 seconds going into stage 4 this afternoon. From Scott Law, 5 seconds to Brenton Jones.
So this afternoon stage we've got 123.9k's from Sail to Port Albert. There's one decent climb in the middle, but unfortunately with a flat run to the finish it'll most likely be another sprinter's day.
If it does come down to a bunch kick, we've both got myself and Brenton, and even if it doesn't come down to that, we've still got quite a few strong guys like Joe and Mark as well, to definitely give it a red hot crack up that climb and split the field to pieces, hopefully.
What a stage today from Sail to Port Albert. At the 20k mark, 5 riders went away. They included Raf Freemstein, the young German rider, Oliver Kenspark and Aidan Tooby. And that gap got out to 1:20. Here at the 29k mark, 6 riders came to grief on the railway line. They included Marcus Curley and also Jackson Morby, the boy from Western Australia. Those 5 riders rode tempo up the climb, but then they dropped the Warmal rider. Oliver Kent Spark took out the climb as he went over the top very clearly from Raf Freemstein, the boy from Germany, and Jeremy Cameron from African Wildlife Safaris was third.
Going into the climb, I think that breakaway had a 3-minute gap, but then we caught him over the top of it. And I think there's probably 15 of us go clear on the climb, and then yeah, we caught them. And
didn't really matter what happened before the climb because we were just going to jump on the climb and just absolutely. The aim was to have me in the box as much as possible because then we knew that it was actually a super hard tempo, and that got rid of all the sort of sprinter type riders.
After the climb, 15 riders formed out in front, but it didn't include the Tour leader Jesse Kerrison or the Tour Vantage sprinters in Brenton Jones or Scott Law.
The last 20k, if one of us wasn't up the road, we'd put it in the gutter, and then the next one would have a go. We just were like one-twoing.
There were a lot of attacks coming. Joe was attacking a lot, and yeah, along those flat roads, it was very, very aggressive racing. Everyone was having a go in the front group there, so yeah, it made for quite a hard finale. And I think I think just those attacks actually kept the pace up. So I think that's what sort of kept us away from the chase group.
There was no way we were letting that peloton back with us after the amount of effort we put on up the hill. I sort of hit them with 2k to go and just sort of got into the TT mode. And
he soloed it to the finishing line. They chased him hard, but he hung on for a hard-fought win.
That's Joe Cooper. He soloed away by himself.
Didn't think I'd have the legs, but I just held on and lunged for the line just in time.
Because of the day's win, now we find Joe Cooper in the yellow jersey, leads by 1 second from Tim Rowe. Also making the podium today, the Subaru King of the Mountains, Cameron Bailey. The Lakes All Green Sprinters jersey went to Jesse Kerrison. The most aggressive rider today was young Aidan Tuvey. He also, because of that ride, now is in the Oliver's Real Food jersey. Tomorrow, we go from Painesville to Meetung. Can Joe Cooper retain his 1 second lead over Tim Rowe? Another exciting day in store.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm quite confident. Yeah, there's a few sprints out there, a few comms, and yeah, we'll give it a red hot go.
We've still got a lot of options up our sleeves. It's going to be an interesting last 2 days. So we're ready, and I'm ready.